Yo, what's going on, guys? We're back today for another Alliance War video. This one is war number 10 for season 25. So we got two more wars after this one. One is against New Nation, and I think the other one's against Paco. And so for this war, we're going to be taking the boss, which is a Dragonman. But starting out, we are on path number 2, facing an Iron Man Infinity War up first here. So I was a little bit worried about this fight. We're going to go in here with Human Torch, just because we're able to build smolders by his medium attacks, which is really good. And I'm also really good at reparries, so I have no problem fighting against Iron Man Infinity War. So I'm going to push him over borrowed power, then throw my special, because I don't want him to get too many of those Furies, because it's hard to get openings against Iron Man without taking any kind of block damage. Your only option is really just only intercept. And if you mess up when he has a bunch of Furies, you're going to die. So, obviously trying to play it as safe as possible in this Alliance War. You see, I'm going for a double parry on his special 1 blasts, just to gain even more smolder. So yeah, everything's going really well. He's below 15%, so at this point I can only use heavy attacks, otherwise he'll auto block me, and he just drops to my incinerate damage. So played that fight extremely well, which was good, because that's the one I was a little bit worried about. And then this next fight, I wasn't really worried about the fight. I was just worried about if Yellowjacket got to his like biohazardy state or whatever, where he has like the gas around him or whatever, because then I think he can take damage. I don't really know how to fight Yellowjacket after his change. I don't even know how this dude works, to be honest. But he's metal, and I have Magneto, so we should be good. I think the main thing is you don't want to go into a Yellowjacket fight with a Mystic champion, because then if you throw the special 1, I think he still applies the power stings or something to that effect. But yeah, with Magneto, we have a magnetized, so it ends up being a really good matchup. So yeah, he also has power focus 1. I'm pretty good at evading a special 1, so I'm not worried. Right there, he parried my special 1, which was unexpected. The problem with this fight, though, is it has power focus 1, so he's getting to his first bar of power very quickly, which means he ends up throwing a bunch of them. But I could just opt to block them, because there's no penalty for blocking them. And with Magneto, we have a ton of perfect block, 50% chance. So I can't do that, worst case scenario. As long as I don't actually get hit by it, we won't get the power stings. So right here he gets a couple of Furies, because I think I was out of the heavies and I didn't throw my special yet. Brute force taking me down a little bit as well, but it's okay. Just trying to bait the special 1 out. Don't want to accidentally run and get hit by it. So yeah, you can see we're taking a little bit of chip damage, but I'm not too worried, because I actually have a plan, which you guys will see going into the next fight. But yeah, go for one more special 1 here. Doesn't quite kill him. We get a couple shrapnel bleeds, though. Hopefully when those expire, they finish the job. Not quite. I just want to get out of this fight. It's just dragging on like this fight should be over. Come on, Yellowjacket, let's go. Just block that one special 1, and he finally goes down. So at this point, I was like, should I heal Magneto up? And I was like, I'm gonna opt to play a little riskier, not use a potion, and try to just get willpower healing on this next fight, because it is a Guardian here, a rank 3 Guardian on node 20. Is this node 23? I think it is. Has Mix Master and Aggression Prowess. But that's fine. It should be okay, because Magneto against Guardian is actually a really good matchup, because whenever Guardian has his ability accuracy being lowered by a certain percentage, he applies a permanent shock debuff to the opponent. It doesn't deal that much damage, but it's applied, and Magneto is 90% shock resistant to shock debuffs specifically. So you can see we're taking 45 damage per tick, but we're healing for 164. So we essentially just have a passive regen in this fight, and it's awesome. It's really, really nice. So yeah, I'm just going to try to evade his L1 every single time. His L1's not too tricky to evade, but it is easy to slip up on, and I don't want to do that when he has a bunch of prowess, because it probably won't kill me, but it might get close. So yeah, we just evade all those specials perfectly. I'm gonna double up my prowess here, and I'm gonna double it up again. Yeah, get to 41, full yellow bar. I'm just like, this is perfect. If this doesn't kill him, the bleed, when the bleeds fall off after that, will definitely kill him. It does 65k damage, which is quite a bit. Unfortunately, he goes to a special 2. He throws it, and then he dies, though. So we didn't even have to take the block damage from it, which is pretty nice. And we ended up coming out of there with full health. So it was a good play to not use a potion, actually. So yeah, that was section 1. We crushed it. Came back a few hours later once my energy had all capped out. Or got close to capping out. And yeah, now we're ready to go. So I've already boosted up. I've also thrown on a 33% special 3 damage reduction boost, which is going to come in handy. Well, hopefully it doesn't come in handy, but if we push any enemy to a special 3, hopefully it'll save our bacon, which we are going to be fighting a Hyperion mini boss later on, so I thought it could come into play there. That was the main reason why I popped it. Also, the boss is a Dragonman. He gets power gain, so he could go to a special 3, and if that boost maybe saved my life and win us the war, you know, might as well pop one. So up next here we have Guillotine on Chitinous Thorns. You can see we got the bleed debuff on us there, but I do have 1 point in Coagulate, so that takes Magneto's 90% bleed resistance to bleed debuffs all the way up to 100%. So you see I take no damage from that bleed at all, and only willpower healing. So again, it's free regen. And yeah, just slowly build up to my special 3, and this should be more than enough to kill her because she's a robot. We apply a bunch of armor breaks instead of bleeds, and she just drops. So far so good, man. Magneto is looking at full health. I think that was the last fight I even needed him for, and he's still at full health. That's always a good feeling. All right, so next fight here we have is the long shot. And pretty much long shot anywhere, Torch is going to be one of the best options for it, in my experience at least, and in my opinion. I've fought many long shots. I don't think I've ever died to a long shot, period. Maybe I've only used Torch against long shot too, I'm not sure. But yeah, I've never died to one. I fight him quite often. I've even gotten hit by a special 3 by 1 and without an invulnerability boost, and we still came out of the fight. So yeah, Torch is such a good option. So much confidence going into this matchup. It does have explosive personality, which I kind of forgot about, but we only got it up to 3, so we're fine. And so yeah, section 2 goes quite well. We already had someone move up to the mini bosses, so that's great. Everyone was getting on to clear mini island, and then the boss is going to be open for me, so it's perfect. So next up here we have a Hyperion on Rage. I've done this fight before. Last time I did it, I had an invulnerability boost. This time I only have 1 invulnerability boost left because there was such a drought on them. They came back 1 time during the season, and you're able to get 2 every time it comes in the shop. It resets within the 1-day duration. So I did get 2. So I used 1 last time I did this fight, and then I have 1 more, and I want to save this one for the Dragonman boss fight. Just as a bit of a safety net, so I figured I'd pop the 33% special 3 damage reduction for this fight, just in case, you know. And yeah, we also got pre-fight on to try to get out of this fight as quick as possible. So you see, the main thing in this matchup is try to bait out his special 1s actually, which may seem kind of really his special 1s, you know, special 2s. Take off double the power, but special 1s for really 2 reasons. Number 1, if you block his special 1s, you get smolders and temperature, which is amazing. It makes the fight so much easier and faster as well. And also, it's just a good idea in a heavy power gain matchup to bait L1s instead of L2s. I mean, depending how heavy the power gain is. For like this amount of heavy power gain, just baiting out the L1s, you know, if you bait out the L1, or you're trying to bait out the L1, you know, and he doesn't throw it, and then he goes to a special 2, you know, then you can just keep baiting and try to get out the special 2. But if you're trying to bait out a special 2, and the AI is not cooperating, and then they go up to the next bar of power, then that's a special 3. And that's not a good thing if you don't have an invulnerability boost, or the special 3 has some kind of other damage effect, you know. So for that amount of power gain, the L1 I find is the best way to go. So unfortunately, Taters had a bit of a mishap on this Sorcerer Supreme. Her AI played a little too big brain and intercepted him in a dumb way. So I was like, you know what, I'll do this fight, I'll finish it. Didn't want him to have to revive and waste a bunch of potions to heal up his boosted champion. I'm gonna pop an invulnerability boost for the Dragonman boss anyway, so I figured, you know, I might as well just pop it here, do this fight, save Tater some items. So yeah, that's what I end up doing, going here with Human Torch. I've done this fight before with Torch. It's very straightforward. As long as you have an invulnerability boost, I think Torch is the best option here. It's just fast and very safe with an invulnerability boost. Without one, you're probably, it's a 50-50 shot of surviving. So yeah, I just pushed through the special 3 here. I'd rather just take the special 3, that's fine, and then it gets rid of all of her power. Because her special 2 is unblockable, so she can catch you off guard with that, break through your block. But even if that does happen, that's only 2 hits, so we'd be okay with the invulnerability boost, but I'd rather not get hit by that. And yeah, a little combo after the special 3, she's dead. So that fight went good. And then we get to the Dragonman boss. So going into this war, we haven't seen a Dragonman boss in a long time. And I fought one, I don't know if it was the last time we've seen it, but I did fight one previously. I think it was the last one in RBG. And I used Void, and I remember it just went really well. So at the start of this war, Taters gave me the option. He was like, he assigned me all my fights, told me what to do for all those initial fights, and then he said, you're taking Dragonman boss, and you can choose either Magic or Void. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go Void, 100%. Void is the who I did it with last time, and I remember it going extremely well. So I brought Void on my team, you know, cleared the whole warpath, and then I was like, or no, it was right before I did that sorcerer fight when we were doing the mini bosses, and I was like, wait a second, no, what I wanted to do was just watch the fight of the boss last time, just to see what I did, so I can, you know, replicate it. And so I went back, watched my previous video fighting Dragonman, and I realized, oh crap, that was during Stubborn, not Protect. So I didn't think about that. I was like, oh, this is a Protect Dragonman, not a Stubborn one. So am I going to be triggering like Protect a whole bunch? Like, like what should I do? Like, this is class advantage. Once we get through the Void up, our attack is going to be pretty high. Any special attack would give him the protection for sure. I was like, okay. Well, I guess I'm just going to not use special 1s or special 2s. I'm going to pretty much only use my special 3s for damage, or else I'm going to trigger Protect. So that's what I end up doing now that Fear of the Void is active. The start of the fight is really when it's sketchy, you know, that's when the fear of getting that first special 3s up, when you don't have any petrifies. But we had the petrify for Mr. Fantastic, which we kept up using heavy attacks at the start, so that helped. But yeah, really just when you're fighting, if you fight a Dragonman boss with Void and Sentry, what you want to do is just bait out that first special 1. Just bait that out, and then take a blocked hit by it, and he'll apply an ineptitude debuff to you, which again is free regen, but it also takes away his power gain buff, which is the important part. And then you can get set up with your petrifies, and you don't have to worry. So his fight's going really well. We're 2 minutes in. We've already gotten off 50% of his health. Feeling just really good, really in my rhythm, really in the zone. Hit a beautiful intercept right there. And I'm just like, okay, yeah, like it's all good that this is Protect. You know, it shouldn't matter. Things are going really well. I keep getting the ineptitudes on me to keep on healing. And so here I decided to throw special 2 just to see what would happen. And yeah, we trigger Protect twice. So I'm like, okay, let me just grab an intercept real quick. Boom, there's the intercept. The 2 Protect stacks are gone. And now we got a couple extra debuffs from the special 2, which is nice. A degen and a weakness. We got the perfect spread. And actually thinking of it now, I actually totally forgot to put Resonate on for this fight. I didn't even think about it. I kind of took Resonate off when I was doing my arena grind for Odin. And yeah, right here at the end of the fight, I get cornered, and he throws a heavy attack. It's possible to evade Dragonman's heavy attack against the wall, but I'm not well practiced in it, so it would have just been luck if I got it there. So I just throw my special 3 as a safety net, And towards the end of the fight, I was trying to just go for the flex and finish with a full yellow bar. Didn't quite get there. Got to 99%, which is close enough. And yeah, we absolutely slayed this Alliance War, man. Just no trouble at all. I used 2 potions. Just, I think they were both on Human Torch. Yeah, definitely didn't use any on Magneto. And we ended up pulling out the victory on this war as well. We had 6 deaths total, and they had 10. So yeah, I just had a really strong war performance myself. Felt really good to do a boss fight other than like Thing, and feels really good to just like kill a boss fight like that. Come out with so much health too. Just feels great. But yeah, guys, that's going to do it for this Alliance War video. Hope you did enjoy it. If so, drop a thumbs up. In the next war, we face Apoco, who came first last season. I think they came first. So yeah, there's a little bit of a story with that war. A little bit of trash talk that... let me know if you guys want to hear about the trash talk. But also, I fight another war boss in the next war. So it's a pretty good one. That's going to do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out.